I have anxiety personally. I'm pretty sure I do. It's not diagnosed, but it takes away a lot of those thoughts, and I could just focus on one thing. My mind doesn't go anywhere else but that. So it makes me feel really nice knowing that I can just set aside everything else that's outside and just focus on this.
Hey everybody, my name is Victor, coach and personal trainer, and today we are here with
Lexi.
and we are going to talk about why is the people in the gym. Tell me, why is the people in the gym, Lexi? Why you are here in the gym?
I'd say there's a lot of stressors in life that people want to handle, and just there's an enjoyment and love that comes from it, and you meet new people. That's why I personally hit the gym.
So you are doing because you want to get kind of like a therapy?
Yes.
So how do you feel when you are here?
I feel like I have anxiety personally. I'm pretty sure I do. It's not diagnosed, but it takes away a lot of those thoughts, and I could just focus on one thing. My mind doesn't go anywhere else but that. So it makes me feel really nice knowing that I can just set aside everything else that's outside and just focus on this.
Anxiety. You are so young, so that's totally something catch my attention. Can you tell me more about that? Do you feel comfortable to tell us about that?
It's more of like a school thing, you know, just as you're growing older. I feel like me personally, I'm graduating soon in 2 months, so it's about that, like where I'm gonna go for college, stuff like that. It's just, it could be a lot on someone who is my age, and it helps a lot with that, so yeah.
Like a young girl, I can say girl, or you prefer woman, or what is it?
Whatever works.
So, like a young girl, when you are here, you said because you have anxiety for the school. You are into any discipline, or you are just here for fun?
Both, I'd say. I started it as like more of a fun thing, but it's nice to have, for me, a routine, and implementing this into my routine the last few years has been something that I never want to take away, especially as I'm growing older. I always want to keep this in my routine.
But you are so young. Why are you mentioning too much the word older?
That we're getting older, because we're always getting older, you know, so I feel like we're always growing as people mentally and physically, and I always am trying to kind of attack that, like make sure I'm keeping up with my growth and be responsible for that. So yeah, I want to make sure I know where I'm headed in life, and this is part of it.
Wow, deep words. Which is the discipline you are using? You didn't tell me. You told me you are here for both fun and practice the exercise, but you are lifter, power lifter, hybrid. I don't know. It's too many.
I'd say a hybrid, kind of a variety, whatever I'm feeling like on certain months, days, weeks, like whatever I find my friends doing, I'll try out and kind of implement what I see fit for myself. So yeah.
Oh, okay. So do you have a lot of friends here in the gym?
I'd say so, yeah.
You wanna say hi, say something?
Hi guys. There's no one specific to bring up, but I go with my friends. I don't know if I should say her name because I haven't asked her, but I go with her almost every day, and then I like to bring my friends too and like kind of show them around, people who want to get into the gym. I think it's cool to like kind of like teach them new things that I've always wanted to learn and that I wish I learned sooner.
Do you think friends, they are a good motivation to hit the gym?
Definitely. Half of the time, like sometimes when I'm like super tired or don't feel like going, I'm like, oh, okay, my friends are going, I want to see them, I want to see how they're doing, what they're doing at the gym. It motivates me to go even when I don't feel like it.
Oh, wow. Well, this is something I want to ask you.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about insecurities? Do you have insecurities?
Everyone has insecurities. I have insecurities. I mean, they're not something I want to put out there, but yeah, definitely. There are things that I see as like more so what I want to improve on and not what I want to fix, because there's nothing that you should like want to fix about yourself, but there's always room for growth.
Okay. Other thing, you are young,
Mm-hmm.
you are really pretty. What is your advice for the girls or the boys, the young people?
I'd say don't try to do something, do it, because if you try to do something, it's more of like trying something once and then not doing it again. Stay consistent. That's the best thing you could do for yourself. Consistency goes a long way, especially for someone who's doing something like this, because in like one day, 1 week, 1 month, you're not going to get anywhere, but eventually you'll feel good about yourself, even if there are things that you want to improve on about yourself. If you feel good, it matters more than how you look.
You are here because you look good, or you are here because you are improving your look?
I'd say my like little motto I always tell my friends is like, if I look good, I feel good, and then I do good. So I come to the gym wanting to look good, and I feel like I look better when I look good. Does that make any sense? Like, I feel like I try harder in the gym, and that makes me improve over time. So it's kind of both, I guess.
How important is the look?
Oh, it's not important at all. It's my personal choice to like do my hair, especially because I come from school, so I automatically have, face on sometimes, hair done, but I mean, that's just how I want to do good in the gym, is by looking good myself. I don't judge other people for how they choose to come to the gym, because if they feel good, that's all that matters.
Oh, that's really interesting. It's because, what do you think? I told, on my perspective is, if you accept yourself, you can improve better and get a better look. What do you think about that?
I completely agree. If you accept how you look, you don't hate yourself. Like here, like everything that you do here, it starts from a place of love, and I feel like that's how you really start to grow, is when you accept and love yourself. Because if you grow out of a place of hate, it's never going to really be something that you feel fulfillment in. I love this place because I accept myself and I love myself, and I'm still working on that, obviously, but I just feel like you're going to feel more happy when you learn to love those things about yourself, good or bad.
Family, friends, what do they tell you about when you are hitting the gym? Because sometimes, when you want to do something nice for you, some of them, they criticize you. Hey, you are a lot of time in the gym. Why are you hitting the gym every day?
Yeah, I get a lot of comments from my parents specifically, like, why are you here for so long? What do you do here for so long? And I mean, all I could say about it is I love this place, and anytime I have time, I'm gonna go here, especially because I've made so many friends here. At my other gyms, I wasn't really able to, because just the atmospheres are different. But this one specifically, like, I just feel so at home in, and I mean, I could be here for hours, and that's all I can really tell them. As for my friends, I think they admire it more than my parents would recognize it themselves. And that's why I like taking them so much, is because they ask, like, hey, can you like teach me this? Can you show me this? Like, let's go. And I just love taking them to the gym and showing them what I love, so.
I want to get your point of view about parenting. Obviously, you are not a parent, but my point is you are a daughter. So, from you, what is your advice for the parents?
Especially with something like this, just support your child, and like especially this, they could be out doing other things that aren't deemed as like helpful, especially health-wise. Like nowadays, generations growing up, they do certain things that aren't good for yourself. So if they're doing something like this, I say support it. Give them that space to kind of relieve their stress, because although they are young, they have those stressors in life too. So the way that you would normally relieve stress, let them do that same thing with their own thing. So.
Any of your parents is doing exercise?
My mom, I grew up watching her exercise. So we actually had equipment in my front room, and I would see her run every day. It got me into fitness, and I mean, she still goes. She goes to EOS, and like I've always admired her love for exercising and doing everything. She showed me the very beginning stages of what it would look like to go to the gym and exercise or run and all that. And I think without her, I wouldn't have gotten into it so early. So I'm grateful for that.
What do you think, heavy weights, light weights? What is the way you prefer to lift here in the gym?
Me personally, I try to take it slow, although I'm kind of an impatient person, and I'm working on that, specifically with the gym too. And I do tend to be like, oh, I can't reach like 100 or 105 on like bench or something like that, and like I try it and like I fail, and then I try it like the next 2 days, and like I know I need to give my body rest. So for me, I always try to take it slow and kind of go up in weight and do what I can handle. And I think lifting heavy is great. It's empowering. It feels empowering. But lift what you can without hurting yourself, and have good form before anything else. Because if you lift heavy and have bad form, it's gonna mess up everything for your back and all the joints that you need to do this. So
It's kind of like a code or something like that to lift heavy.
I think boys, for example, I see like reels and TikToks of like 135 and up. If you can bench this much, you're like a pro lifter and stuff. I think it's kind of the same with girls. Whereas if you can lift a certain like weight, then you've been there for a while. You've been working at this for a while. Where it could be the same thing if you stick to lightweight. I know, like for example, my mom, she's been exercising for years, and she doesn't bother to go with heavy weight. And I think it just kind of depends on what your mindset is and the things that you see in this generation of people who just want to keep lifting heavier and heavier. Yeah.
Boys want to lift heavy, and this is something I have to ask you. Why girls they want to lift heavy to get glutes? Why?
I think it's a battle between people thinking, because I know, like for example, how girls are like, oh, like I can't lift heavy because then I'll get bulky. I think they have that same mindset for glutes, where it's like if I don't lift heavier and heavier, then they won't be the size or like however much muscle I want for them to grow. I think it's like I said, like whatever you see on the internet especially, it influences the way you think in the gym. So if you happen to see something that's like could be wrong, they kind of stick to that, and that's in their head. So I think that's why they keep going heavier for that.
You are bringing something really interesting. Do you think social media is messing with, gyms, lifestyles, and the young generation?
I think to an extent, yeah. There's so many different opinions and fake or real things. Like half of the time when you look at like forum videos, for example, on the internet, you don't know what's real and what's fake or what to trust. I'll see like, oh, you should stand like in this stance, and then the next video that you swipe will be something completely the opposite. So I do think it messes with people to an extent on what they should actually be doing. And it doesn't help that like personal trainers and people who know what they're doing, who have studied those things and have degrees in them, are so expensive. So people just kind of rely off of social media nowadays.
Wow. Well, but do you know what is common sense, right?
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, I try my best, learn from what feels good in my body and what I think fits me, but I mean, I don't always know what's real and what's fake. I mean, I couldn't get myself to understand how to do tricep extensions for the longest time, or hip thrusts, and I just gave up. So, I mean, it took me a while, but I feel like I finally got my way around things enough to make progress in the gym.
Do you think you have love or passion for the gym?
That's a hard decision maker. I'd say I have more passion for it, because I feel like passion comes from a place of what motivates you to do things. So if I had to choose between the two, I'd say passion for it, because I feel like I have so many things that, or so many emotions and just energy I could put towards it. I feel like I'm a pretty energetic person, so helping myself like get it all out at the gym, it's great. I love the gym so much, but I mean, sometimes it is a place I don't want to be too. So
nutrition and exercise, what do you think about that?
I think they come hand in hand. There are you can exercise all you want, but if you don't have a decent diet, or diet's not the right word, but nutrition, what you eat, be intuitive with it, then I mean, you can only get so far, if I'm being honest. I think we should all try our best to balance the two. I mean, I don't believe in restricting, but I do think that it's always good to be intuitive with what you eat. Especially going here and putting in all of this work that won't go anywhere if you don't have like your protein, you know, your fruits, vegetables, all of that.
Because you mentioned something about bulking, and I think it's cutting, right? When you are losing weight. So what is the idea about these two things?
I mean, it came from bodybuilding, and I feel like a lot of people who aren't bodybuilding too are still implementing that factor because they just want to grow muscle. And I don't see anything wrong with that. I mean, if you want to gain more muscle and bulk, go ahead. You know, if you want to cut and lose fat while keeping your muscle looking more shredded, whatever you want to do, I think it's pretty cool seeing how people can change over time, especially like people that you see in the gym walk around, you're like, oh my god, like you're cutting, you're bulking, or you know, talking about it. I think it's a really interesting topic, so yeah.
But powerlifter, they are not cutting, they are all the time bulking and bulking and bulking because the heavier they are, the heavy they can lift. So which one do you like the best for you? You want to get into nice clothes, or you want to live as heavy as possible?
I mean, nice clothes. I'm a fashion person. I like wearing cute things. So, I mean, I think powerlifting is super cool, but personally, I prefer, you know, being able to look good and wear what I want. So, that's my personal stance.
You are following any program? You have your own ideas? How do you get the way to train?
I don't follow any specific program, but I do kind of try new things and see what works for me, and then figure out my split, like, you know, shoulders, chest, tries, back and bis, you know, forearms every now and then. Just do what makes me feel good, do what, oh, I haven't done this in a while, let me do this, let me add this to my routine, switch things up based on what I think I personally need.
Which is the exercises you enjoy the most?
Okay, it's a love-hate relationship, but I'd say hip thrusts are, like, I feel it so nice, like it's great. And that was more of a recent one that I added to because I didn't used to know how to do it. I thought I was too short for them for some reason, until my friend taught me, and then I was like, oh my gosh, like that's so cool, I can actually do them. Let me see, tricep extensions I really like, benching I like, back rows. Let me see. I enjoy squatting, but again, sometimes it's a love-hate relationship too. I love legs, but it takes a lot out of you.
Do you skip leg day?
No, I force myself not to. But like, oh my gosh, some of the exercises that I do on leg day, I do like hack split squats, I think is the name that you call them or whatever. Those kill me, but I know they help and leg day helps, so I just try to stay on it as much as possible.
About personal trainers, what is your point of view?
I mean, I'm interested in becoming one. So for me personally, I think it's great that they're like helping other people or wanting to help other people kind of achieve their goals and improve and just feel better in the gym, because I know people who want to do better in the gym, they're just like, you get happier when you learn new stuff. Like I know I do. I get excited to try it the next day, and so the fact that they get to witness someone's growth, I think is so beautiful. So, I mean, I support the idea of it. I just wish that they were less expensive, because, I mean, my aunt has one, and it's pretty pricey, I'd say.
Which is your favorite social media?
Instagram. I love Instagram.
So, do you get advice from Instagram?
Mainly, yeah. I feel like any other platform, it's a little less trustworthy, in my opinion. Whereas Instagram, they have more actual businesses on there that I could like look at and be like, okay, these are more legit. It's not just some random TikTok profile that I'm getting advice from. So, yeah.
How is working on these days, Instagram or TikTok?
Instagram, because it has both. It has a platform where I can talk to my friends and post stuff that I like or when I'm out with my friends, and I could watch like basically TikToks on there too. So,
You consider yourself a social media person?
I'd say so. I used to not be, but I mean, it's a way for you to connect, especially graduating again. Like, you lose contact with a lot of people without it. So I am becoming more and more social media prone.
Do you think on these days social media is going to replace certain areas like, for example, personal trainers?
Definitely. It already is. Online personal training. I mean, it's more effective for the trainer themselves, although it is less helpful. Like, my aunt, she has one that's in person, because she's even told me it's not as helpful when you're just getting advice online. It's if you were to do something and just watch a video on, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. So to an extent, but I don't think it could ever fully take over in-person training.
My perception is, because I'm a personal trainer, and that's my perception, it's not possible to get a really good knowledge because you don't have physically the person, and you don't know how to explain the connection with the muscles, and actually it takes time.
Exactly.
Any personal opinion you want to share it with the persons, especially young people?
All I can say is, from someone who is trying their best to stay consistent, because it's easier said than done. So, I mean, if you could do that, you could do anything.
And for the parents, you can say whatever you want.
I don't know.
Some people, it's because what happened. I won't listen. You mentioned something I really admire you are sharing here about anxiety. And I bet, and I almost 100% sure, most of the parents, they don't know their kids, they are passing for something like that. Or stress. I know, you can be stressed. My intention is not you criticize parents. No, my intention is asking you for advice, because obviously some parents, they don't give the advice because they don't know, or they didn't even know.
Yeah.
So probably I don't want to say it's happening with you, but probably someone is going to listen. Oh, look, I don't know if my daughter has something like that. I'm going to ask her. So that's why I like to, I don't want to push in you, but I want you like something for moms and dads, like, hey, you can do this with your kids.
I'd say go to the gym with your kids. If they enjoy it and they use it as a stress reliever, I think it'd be nice if they went with you too.
And if they don't go to the gym, just support it.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, perfect. And with the food?
Small steps are better than no steps.
Do you cook?
Yes.
What did you cook for today?
Today for breakfast I had potatoes and eggs.
Wow.
And then for lunch, what did I have for lunch? I went to Starbucks with my friends. No shame. I mean, yeah, that's it so far, but
It's fine. Definitely. That you are young. Another thing, what do you think about eat better with moderation?
Yeah, exactly. That's why I say I don't believe in diets and stuff. I just believe in intuitive eating. Enjoy your time. Don't restrict anything. Just watch what you eat and kind of balance it out. Because in the end, you're trying your best. You're exercising. And personally, I'm young. I'm not trying to, become a whole bodybuilder just yet. I'm still trying to enjoy my lunch with my friends. But do take care of your health. So, yeah.
So you listen now for a pretty person. She's young and she's giving us a really good advice. Thank you, Lexi. So we can share your Instagram in the YouTube channel, or?
Yeah, of course.
So we're going to share her Instagram. Please follow her, support it, and we're still in contact. I hope to see you again. And thank you for your time.
Thank you.